Yo, what's up guys, VETOED here. It has been a long time since I made a video, and I do want to say that I'm sorry about that first and foremost. I think I have a pretty decent reason for not having uploaded in a while, and that's actually gonna be the main topic of this video. So, I think it's just gonna be a pretty long one. I hope you guys can kind of like sit through with this. I apologize in advance if it's like kind of too long and it turns into like a bit of a rant. That is not really my intention. I really just want to talk about stuff. I think this is a long overdue conversation. Dang, that was almost an overkill. But yeah, I just hope you guys can sit through, put up with me in a way, and I hope you guys can just provide some solid feedback, you know, some solid honest feedback. I hope we can have a conversation over this. So I'm not gonna drag this for too long. I have a lot of stuff to say, so let's just get going. So basically, like I said, I've been holding off on making this video for a while now. I really just want to talk about why I haven't been uploading, what's really being the holdup, and just like, yeah, just talk about why I haven't been uploading. In itself, there isn't really a holdup. There's nothing really stopping me physically from uploading videos, making them. I just can tell right now it's definitely possible. I have plenty of time. You know, I saw my computer, everything's working, I can still edit my videos, etc, etc. But it's really just that I've kind of been, I don't really want to put it like that, but I've kind of been getting burnt out of making content in this game. I know it sounds pretty dramatic because I'm over here playing video games for a living, whether it's through streaming, well, mostly streaming, and doing YouTube. But there's been so many. This is gonna sound really ranty, but there's been so many different issues with this game that just lead into like what feels like constant complaining and just not having that much fun in general. So like I kind of go out of my way to limit myself, sorry, and not play it as much as I would normally. And you know, if I were just playing the way I would normally, I'd play this game like probably 8 to 12 hours daily, non-stop. No problem with that. Like, I love playing video games, I love grinding. I'm no stranger to it. But when it comes to Halo 5, I just like, I limit myself. I actually limit myself. I go out of my way to not play typically more than 4 hours a day. Because I know I end up frustrated. I end up raging, complaining, and you know, when I stream, this is obviously a pretty toxic mindset. If you're just complaining, you get really annoyed when people say stupid stuff in chat, which inevitably happens. You just kind of lash out on them. Obviously, that's not something you want because, well, most people, even for trolling, don't really deserve that. And it's just like a toxic mindset, you know? I'm just trying to have a good time, play video games. I'm sorry, teammate, I just destroyed you. But yeah, you know, I'm just trying to have a good time, and like between all these issues, like, I don't know, for example, blank shots, long search times, terrible servers lately, and so on and so forth. I could just go on for days about all the issues I have with this game. Like bad settings, constantly getting maps like Overgrowth, Molten, etc., Riptide, and Free For All. And all that stuff never really being addressed seriously. Like even HDS settings, for example, took a long time to be addressed. And that was like a big complaint across the entire competitive community. Well, I say the entire, I want to say like an overwhelming majority, like I'd say 90+% people would agree that like the current settings are better. Probably more than that, to be completely honest. But the point is, this stuff takes a long time to be addressed, and honestly, it just like, let's not choke this. Okay. Honestly, it just leads to a really frustrating experience. If you're a content creator, not even a content creator, just like if you just play the game a lot, you don't have to like stream or like make YouTube content. If you're just constantly frustrated with everything, it's just like so unhealthy, you know? But obviously it's worse if you're trying to make content, you're trying to entertain people and you're just frustrated. That's terrible, right? Okay, I don't think I need to explain why, but that's just not a good, it doesn't work. Let me just tell you, it doesn't work. And obviously it's like that a lot for me, especially when I play stuff like Free For All. When I try to make videos and like I end up spending like freaking, I don't know, for example, a single episode of Greatest Gunslinger could take me up to like 4 hours to make like one episode between just getting games and trying to find games. And obviously uploading it, or not uploading it, editing it, then uploading it, and all that stuff takes like a long time, right? Because like the search times are awful first and foremost, but sometimes, at least for a while, they changed it recently, right? But for a while I couldn't get games at a certain time of the day. Like I had to be searching during peak hours and hoping I'd get lucky to get a game at all, right? So let's say if I wanted to make a video in the morning, record a video in the morning, nope, can't find games. Too bad, can search for an hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter. There's not enough people at a certain level, can't find games. And that's one of the reasons that series kind of died down, because I just couldn't record the matches when I wanted to. And obviously the seasons are limited, right? So you can't drag on forever and just like, oh yeah, I'll just level up tomorrow or something. Nah, after a while you run out of time and like the season ends and you just end up not getting your progress fast enough. So like Road for Champion, or whatever I called it, it was greatest gunslinger at the time, I guess. Road to Champion, whatever. That didn't really work because I just wasn't getting games fast enough, wasn't leveling fast enough. And obviously I could have streamed it and like hope people would match mode me and just like make matches from that, but there's something about uploading games where like I'm streaming them. There's something different about it. My commentary is not as focused. It's not as entertaining in my opinion. I've noticed that like when I do video oriented commentary, it's a lot way better than when I stream, because obviously when I stream I don't really go in detail. I try to interact with the stream and try to chat, talk to people. But when I'm making videos, I'm just going in detail about everything I'm doing and why, and just, you know, I'm talking a lot more basically. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like if I'm trying to make content like that, there's a certain standard I have to meet. I feel like I just cannot do that with games that I stream and then upload to YouTube. I don't know, it sounds really specific. I just hold myself to a certain standard, right? And the point is, for me, it just didn't work for a bunch of reasons. I could just list them for days, but it didn't work, alright? And now I'm at the point where I really do want to make YouTube videos. I want to keep making high-level content and stuff that's entertaining to watch and that people can learn from, or at least take away from in some way, be entertained, or like... you know what I mean, right? I just want to make some content that... You know what kind of content I make. And I just feel like I can't do that right now. That just doesn't work. Wow, we got on. What the... I thought it was going in, but... Alright. Anyways, I'm just gonna skip forward. Alright, so we're back into a different game. I kind of want to give you guys something in the background while I was talking. But back to the point where I was making... Sorry, to the point I was making. Basically, what I was getting at is that it's kind of hard to make content in any way, shape, or form right now. Free-for-all isn't really an option. Sure, they made it better. Or, I think just last week there was an update that made it so... Currently in free-for-all, you get matches pretty much no matter what. After like 3 minutes of searching, the game will try and match you with whoever else is searching the playlist. The region doesn't really seem to matter, or like their rank. So you can be like champ and pretty much like match plats, golds, like way lower ranks than you. You just like completely obliterate them. It's not exactly fair or anything like that. That's not really the goal of it. The point is just like to give people a game at all, because you know some people, like me for example, couldn't find games at all, and that was obviously an issue because you know when people can't find games, they just stop playing, right? They quit, or they smurf, which is pretty much like the same problem. Except you don't know what you're going up against, which is probably more frustrating in my opinion. Kind of sucks to like just get destroyed, you don't know why. The guy's just like the same rank as you and all of a sudden he's just owning you. So yeah, they made it so you can match pretty much whoever you want after a while if there's not enough people. And the unfortunate kind of like downside to that, besides obviously the unfair matches, is the fact that you don't really rank up anymore. So basically, like, if you get into one of those games where it's not balanced, you rank up 1 CSR. So Road to Champ as a series is obviously not a thing anymore in free-for-all. We're gonna be realistic about it. Doesn't really make sense. Why is this guy shooting me in the back? Can you stop? Thank you. Would I have a guy with 1 kill on my team trying to shoot me in the back for a sniper? Anyways. Like I was saying, Road to Champion free-for-all, I don't really see that being any sort of series for a long time. Unless they change something significant. I don't really want them to change it back because honestly, would rather see people get games than just not get games, but rank up faster, you know, in a way. It doesn't even out. The whole point is that it's better if people can find games and play the game. And whatever the ranking system is, whatever, it doesn't really matter, right? Because at this point, I don't think the ranking system is that big of a deal. I don't think it's that skillful either way. I will say this, they're supposed to update the free-for-all settings sometime soon. I will say that I'm looking forward to it to some extent. But personally, I'm not like going crazy over it. I'm just like, oh well, I guess free-for-all is finally going back to the standard where we're like, it's finally going back to where it should have been, right? But I'm not really like, I'm happy they're doing it, but it's like, all right, well, it's finally going to be what it's supposed to be. And it's just like, it is kind of normal, dude. And, you know, team stuff isn't really viable to make content with because you can't solo queue. And if you can't solo queue, it's kind of hard to do live commentary. Well, it's kind of hard. You can't really do live commentary because, I don't know, you spend the majority of your games. Literally everyone walking into the room just par in charge. What is wrong with those guys? Anyways, yeah, you can't really do commentary while playing team stuff, especially HCS or Arena, for example, because if you're playing by yourself, you're getting pounded by pre-made teams like teams of 4, etc. Playing with a team, you're communicating with them, so you're not doing live commentary. So it doesn't really work. Alright, there's just too many variables that make it not viable to make YouTube videos. And I'm sorry if it sounds like a bunch of excuses. That's just really the way it is. Especially if you play this game at a high level, anyone will tell you the same thing. Yeah, it's like I said, pretty much. And basically, I've hit the point where, like, I feel like I can't really deliver good content with this game. I don't really feel like playing this game that much anyways. Like, the fact that I stream it at least 4 hours a day every day, and then try to make videos on top of that, I don't know. I can, like I said, I literally limit myself to 4 hours a day so I don't, like, burn out and start raging in the game and just... Honestly, it becomes too much after a while. So between, like, streaming at least 4 hours a day, because obviously it's my main source of income, I focus on streaming. But between that and trying to make videos, it gets too much after a while. And that's why I haven't been uploading videos for a while. I figured streaming made a lot more sense. It was more important to focus on. And it's been doing extremely well. Like, the stream has been incredible. Super thankful and blessed for the support I have. Will never take that for granted. But I realized I want to make videos, right? When I've gone like a month and a half without uploading at all. And it made me realize how bad I wanted to make videos. That was scary. And like I said, I don't know. I just feel like I don't really feel like making Halo 5 videos for a bunch of different reasons. And I know a lot of people are not gonna like the sound of that because they're probably gonna be like, okay, what now? Is he gonna like talk about a different game that I hate potentially, or like what's happening? And I don't know. I'm seriously considering expanding to like more games. Mostly because, like I said, I don't really feel like I can do anything with this game. I also feel like this game's been out for a while, so like the creativity is kind of like starting to dwindle down. There's nothing yet, no new news about like a game coming out, a new Halo game or anything. So we're just kind of sitting there like, well, what do we do now? No. So I don't know. I'm strongly considering a different game. I just don't really know exactly what I should do. That's kind of like why I'm making this video today. I would love to know if you guys like have any suggestions. Because the way I see it, I'm probably not gonna make videos for Halo 5 regardless. Whether I switch to like a new game or not, or like expand. I don't want to say switch because I'm not leaving this game behind. And I plan on streaming like, I'm gonna keep streaming Halo pretty much the way I've been. Nothing's changing. Well, at least my stream. But instead of doing nothing on YouTube, I figured it would probably make sense to, you know, at least try and do something else. Potentially, like, expand the community instead of just sitting here and like letting the channel dwindle down and just not caring. Trying something might make sense. And you know, I've been strongly considering Destiny, because Destiny is a game that I've been playing since before it came out, since the beta in 2014. Sorry, 2004. That's a long time for a beta. And considering it's still Destiny 1, that'd be a long time. And yeah, I've been playing the game ever since, pretty much. Well, I did take some breaks. I never really got sick of the game, you know? Never really got burnt out. Sure, I got kind of like bored with content, and I like, especially when Halo 5 came out, I was all over like Halo 5. I'd rather play that competitive, just better balanced. But I don't know, lately I've been playing a bit of Destiny. I've been enjoying that a lot. And while I was thinking about videos and like the like of videos I have on my channel, I've been realizing that there's a lot of creative potential with Destiny. Like, a lot. I don't know what kind of like videos you guys like. You know, the type of high-level videos I make, the challenge videos, etc. And I think Destiny is probably like the best game that I can think of for that. And I think it would make a lot of sense for those reasons. Like, I can get like sweaty games pretty easily, like high-level games. You can do challenge videos. You have a lot of customization in that game, so you can do like pretty much any sort of challenge you can think of. And to me, like, it resonates with me, right? I see a lot of things, a lot of potential. And the thing is, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to disagree because, you know, it's Destiny. I know a lot of people seem to dislike Destiny, especially Halo Kid. I think it's because, like, the fact that it's Bungie, coming from Halo and having those expectations, and the fact that it's not trying to be Halo at all, and it's very different. I think a lot of people kind of dislike Destiny for that. And I don't know, I can definitely see where any person who doesn't like Destiny is coming from, especially Halo kids. Like, even on Twitter the other day, I went and asked people what really made them dislike the game. And there was a lot of valid points, a lot of stuff that I agreed with. But having said that, and especially looking at Destiny 2, I just see a lot of potential, especially creative potential. And I don't know, I would like to see where it can take us. I really genuinely think, I genuinely believe that I can bring some very entertaining content for you guys using that game. But it gets to the point where, like, can't really tell unless I try it. And you guys kind of have to just trust me with it in a way. Obviously, if you have like your grabs to the game, that's fine. I don't expect that to change. I'm not really trying to sell the game to you guys. You know, I'm just being 100% here. I'm just talking about the game I personally enjoy, and I don't plan on forcing you guys or anything like that. If you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it, and that's pretty much that, you know? You know, I respect it too. If I made Destiny content, you guys chose not to watch the videos, or even a sub, I would be completely fine with that. You know, I respect your support up until now. I will never take it for granted. I'm extremely thankful for what you guys have allowed me to do, not just on YouTube, but also on Twitch. And you know, that's definitely something, like I said, I won't take it for granted, and that's why I'm here asking you guys what do you think about this. I don't know, I would like some opinion. Maybe, like, doesn't necessarily have to be Destiny, like any game that you guys think might be appealing. Make a lot of sense, but I don't know, I think Destiny is something I can really, I don't know, there's something about that game at a personal level that really is appealing to me, and there's a lot of creative potential. The reason I'm not doing for the ball there because I know they're not gonna win, so I'm just milking. But I don't know, I would love to have you guys feedback. If you guys could just use the comments and tell me what you think, what your opinions are. Think Destiny's 100% a no-go. Just let me know, just like talk with me. I just would love your opinion. It means a lot to me. I love reading all the comments. I don't know where I was going with that. But, just let me know, guys. Use the comments. Give me your opinions, thoughts. Currently I'm just kind of burnt out with Halo 5. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm trying to keep myself at a point where, like, I will still enjoy streaming. Holy, 64 kills. Sheesh. Wow, okay. That's pretty crazy for oddball. Anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to keep it 100%. I would potentially like to make Destiny content. I have like 2,000 hours of that game, and I'm willing to start over from scratch because I just got a PS4, and I've been playing on Xbox up till now, so I'd have to start over if I played on PS4. So I could just kind of bring you guys along with me through the basics, and, like, start over. For you guys who might not be familiar with that game, I think that would be like a pretty wonderful opportunity. But I need you guys' opinions, feedback. Just let me know in the comments, and you know, keep it 100%. Not here to like sell you guys a game. Just here to make good videos for you guys. I think I know what you guys like, and I'm really confident in myself to bring you guys some very entertaining content. Like I said, it's up to you guys, and you just kind of have to like trust me with it. But there's nothing more I can say. I don't want to repeat myself too much. I know it's already a long video, and I'm sorry about that. But thank you guys for listening up till now. Kind of had to vent, let it all out. It's been on my mind for a long time now, and I'm kind of glad I did, regardless. No matter what, even if you guys disagree with what I'm thinking, I just think it's better than not doing anything. Anyways, just let me know your thoughts in the comments. Sorry this is a long video. I don't mean it to be. I'm just really thankful you guys have supported me up till this point, no matter what. And I hope this won't be like some sort of like a crossroad where like I have to leave some people behind. I know some people are like dead set on Halo, and that's fine. In a way, I am too. I'm a Halo kid at heart. It's literally never gonna change. I'm always gonna gravitate back to Halo no matter what. But it gets to a point where like I'd like to explore some opportunities, and if you guys are down for it, I would like to take you all along for the ride. But you guys have to let me know. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. I've dragged this for a long time now, and I'm sorry. So yeah, let's just end it here. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome. Have a good one, and until next time, peace.